Wednesday in the NBA, taking command when his team needs it most. Chauncey Billups and the Denver Nuggets go up against the Miami Heat and their big man, Chris Bosh. Right now on 2K Sports.
And 2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with... Mark Kellogg, glad to have you on board. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Kmart and Nene are inside. Billups and Afflalo are the backcourt. And Anthony. And for Miami, LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. D-Wade out there with Mike Miller. This Heat team really had to ride D-Wade's shoulders last year.
Well, nothing new there, Kevin. I mean, they really leaned on him for a lot of things. Everything in the stat sheet was something Dwayne had to do: score, rebounding, assist, defense. I think some players got a little too used to leaning on him and expecting him to make every play.
Sometimes you stand around and wait for him to bail you out.
That's right, and you become a spectator instead of a playmaker.
Now here's LeBron, poked away.
The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
The alley-oop.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Wade. You know, Clark, folks in Denver rave about Aaron Afflalo's maturity, his work ethic, and they say his basketball IQ is off the charts.
Well, with good reason they rave about him, because he's a guy who's extremely mature. He's got a tremendous work ethic, Kevin. He's developing a nice corner three. He was top 10 in three-point percentage last year, and I think he's going to continue to improve offensively.
Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Kevin, Chris Bosh added 20 pounds of muscle prior to last season. He'd heard people saying that he needed a true center to protect him inside, and he said, maybe I believed it. But finally, I thought, I can't wait on this imaginary figure who might come and make everything okay. Why don't I protect myself? So guys, he went to work, came back tougher than ever, putting up the best numbers of his career last year. Guys, back to you.
A little extra strength to go along with all that skill has made him even tougher to deal with. Thanks, Doris. Now here's Anthony. After Dwayne Wade's miss, he's picked up by LeBron. From the wing, Anthony's shot is off. And here are the Heat. Now James. Nene against Bosh. Over Nene. Miami on D. Now here's Billups. Pass to Anthony. Nets it from the wing. Anthony's got 6 points. Here's LeBron. 2:58 left in the first. Martin's in the post. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Outside Anthony. Anthony left side. Covered by Anthony. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Carmelo Anthony. He's got 8.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, when George Karl and I were able to chat a moment ago, when I asked what his approach would be to cracking this stout defense, he said, we have to stay calm and make sure we don't force anything. There will be times this game where we're going to have our scoring droughts, but the key is not to panic and start making silly mistakes. Just play our game.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Here's Anthony, following the basket by LeBron James. With the fadeaway, again the Nuggets score.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
And we're seeing the Nuggets here. They took 19 out of 30 from the East a season ago. Good numbers for them.
And, you know, given how many big bodies they have on their front line, Kevin, you would think They'd match up well with the Bruisers in the East, and that proved itself out a bit.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Nene, the screen. Nene with the screen on LeBron. Off the pick, and again it's Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 12. Clark, back to that point, they had the bodies, but would they like to get up the floor and down the floor a little bit quicker?
Yeah, without question. I mean, that's what they like to do. That's what sets the Nuggets apart, I think, from a physical standpoint. They certainly can bang with anybody, but they can run with anybody, too. Very hard to get a physical advantage on them, regardless of the style you play.
Ilgauskas is checked in for Miami. Haslam comes in for LeBron. And the Nuggets making a change here. Here's Bosh. No points for him. Miller with a screen on Billups. Wade kicks to Bosh. 4 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off.
Well, they find themselves with a big deficit here in the first. One category that jumps out at me, second chance points. Only one bucket for them.
Kept alive. Now here's Billups. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Bosh.
My man is in fuego. Definitely way too hot to handle.
The Heat trail by 8. Here's Miller. Ilgauskas a screen on Smith. Open look. Kept alive. Here's Miller, and he drops it in on the layup. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Billups. And no good trying to get that one. And some great offensive action to get this one underway in the first. Nuggets lead by 6.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And we'll be back in just a moment. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here is Lawson. So with Billups on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Carmelo Anthony and Al Harrington make up the forwards. Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith, they're manning the backcourt. And Anderson. Now here's Anthony. Dumps it off. Shot clock at 3. He's picked up by LeBron. Anthony nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. Anthony's got 16. Taking a look at Carmelo Anthony in his 8th season now. 6'8", 230 pounds. Small forward. He played at Syracuse, of course. He won the national championship there. Clark, he was taken with the 3rd pick of that 2003 NBA draft.
And what a great class it was. Carmelo, D. Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh. Last year, another good year for Melo. 28 points a game, 3rd best scorer in the league.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, when both LeBron James and Chris Bosh decided to leave their teams to join the Heat, many people almost couldn't believe what they were seeing. Udonis Haslam said it just didn't seem real. It seemed like something on a TV show, a video game. That would be a team my son would put together on NBA 2K. Guys, no question, this is unprecedented player-driven shift of power, sending shockwaves throughout the NBA.
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. On defense, Miami, after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Lawson dishes to Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
The Heat with only 24 wins at home last season, Clark. You'd expect more than that from the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but they made up for it with a good road record, which was a little surprising but necessary. They do need to do a better job of protecting their home court, though.
Here's Anthony. The Heat getting the bucket. He's picked up by LeBron. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
Yes, they do.
And some changes here for the Heat. Anthony's checked in, and Chris Bosh is subbed in for Udonis Haslem. And he makes the free throw. Clark, thinking back to Carmelo Anthony in his collegiate days, he helped lead the Syracuse Orangemen to the school's first NCAA championship back in 2003.
Yeah, in that championship game, he was the most outstanding player. Was really fun to watch. An inside-outside threat. Had a great season. And it definitely put the basketball world on notice that this young man had game.
And that one's good by Bosh.
Well, they're down right now in the game here, but they've been doing a really good job of getting open and knocking down their shots. And that's a big improvement over how they came out of the gates.
Now here's Anthony. Nene with the screen on LeBron. Anthony against LeBron. He's picked up by LeBron. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 22. And Melo has had an impact for the Denver Nuggets. They were one of the worst teams, Clark, in the league when they drafted him.
Yeah, and since he's joined the team, Kevin, they've never failed to reach the playoffs. That's pretty impressive. You know, they've made it as far as the conference finals one year.
Now here's Anthony after LeBron James's miss. Billups with the ball. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Outside Anthony. He's picked up by LeBron. Fades away. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
The Heat trail by 9. And the Heat call time here. A different look for Miami. Haslem comes in for LeBron. Eddie House subbed in for Mario Chalmers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Harrington. Smith comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Lawson in for Chauncey Billups. That's good.
You know, the defense will want to muck it up a little more inside to not give up close shots like that one.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Martin with a screen on Bosh. Here's Aflalo. He's covered by Bosh. Lets it go from the wing. Kept alive. Stolen away.
He got caught napping. You've got to pay attention and protect the ball.
Kenyon Martin comes up with the rebound. We'll see what the coach has drawn up. Will they opt for the quick shot? Martin the screen. Knocked loose.
Things got jammed up near the rim, and that left a golden opportunity for the steal. Here, they'll want to hold for one shot. You know, both teams, Kevin, are just about even in terms of giveaways here, so no advantage either way.
On its way from Aflalo for... Oh, he knocks it in, a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time. An amazing shot, Kevin. That's highlight reel material.
And the first half is now in the books.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He's got 24 points, then he's buried 1 3-pointer in the course of this game. He's rolling, trying to put them on his back right here.
Nuggets ahead, up 9.
We got your Wednesday night edition of HP at the Half. The Denver Nuggets have the lead against Miami. An explosion of scoring so far. This team has been unstoppable. It's been a Carmelo Anthony clinic in this one against Miami. He's carrying the team, doing everything he can to put them over the top. And a tough matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. They'll need to play with more discipline and some intensity if they're going to win this game. The first half was a letdown for LeBron. The flavor for that first half, brickalicious. He'll have to improve. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've led the charge in scoring for their teams. And that's going to do it. We'll send you back now to the game in Miami. Third quarter, up next.
Now the second half about to begin in just a moment. Here is Billups. 9-point game. Clark, this Nuggets team has been called combustible in the past, but now they can be called a powerhouse team with room to get better.
Yeah, and I think it starts with Carmelo, Kevin. I think when he stepped his level.
Oh, and a jam by Anthony. A replay here. The Sprite Slam Cam showing us how it's done.
He's put the team on his shoulders and really carried them offensively. An amazing performance by that man.
And here we go with Dwayne Wade. LeBron outside. Hits it on the move. LeBron's now got his second basket of the night.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
For LeBron James, last season ended with another tough defeat. This time, Clark, courtesy of the Boston Celtics.
And it's got to be frustrating for him, Kevin, to be the MVP, to have the best record in the league, but yet again, meet defeat before you can even get back to the finals. Disappointing.
On its way from Afflalo for two. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
Now that's great court vision, Kevin. Even when he was about to shoot, he was still able to spot the open man.
And here is LeBron. Covered by Anthony. LeBron James again. LeBron's now got his third basket of the night right there. And Clark, talking about LeBron, he didn't seem himself as the Celtics closed him out. You know, the elbow injury and everything, it just wasn't him.
Yeah, certainly. At one point, that elbow injury caused him to shoot free throws left-handed, but I think it was more the Celtics than the injury.
That was definitely a factor. You're right. Just 4 to shoot. Shots good by Anthony.
Well, that's an excellent job at getting to the bucket. They're rolling to start this half. Everything is clicking.
Timeout called, the Heat. And the Heat making a change here. Ilgauskas has checked in. Denver also making some changes. J.R. Smith's checked in for Aaron Afflalo. Here's Wade. He's guarded by Billups. Now Ilgauskas inside.
The interior D was lurking on that one.
To Anthony. Off the screen. Hoop plus the harm. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a three-point play. That's on Mike Miller.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He's got 30 points, and you can add 1 3-pointer to his stat line also. More than half their points have come from him alone.
Here's LeBron. He has 6. Now Anthony defending. LeBron outside. Wade left side. Over Smith. Wade can't hit.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Nene with the screen on Ilgauskas. The 3 from Billups. Can't hit. And it's the Heat taking it the other way. 2:18 left in the third. LeBron. Now Anthony defending. James kicks to Bosh.
To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
Miller against Billups. Anthony dishes to Billups. He's picked up by LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Bosh. Heat on offense. They trail by 14. Clark, some mixed results for the Heat last year against the Western Conference.
Yep, they were a perfect 500 against the Western Conference, Kevin. Given what the Magic did against the West last year, you think the Heat would aim to improve that if they want to win the division.
Anthony right side. Smith covered by Miller. Anthony against LeBron over James. And another miss by Denver. Yeah, you know, if you look at it, Clark, those games against the West were a big part of the gap between those two teams in the standings.
And Kevin, you can't win your division unless you can handle your business outside of the division. And that includes games against the Western Conference.
Now Billups. No points for him. Outside Anthony. Pulls up. High post. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count.
LeBron right side. Over Billups. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Wade. LeBron's now got 8 points. And so here is Denver. They've led by as many as 14 points. To Anthony. He's picked up by LeBron. Off the pick. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 33.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
And that one's good by LeBron. Here's Billups. Good if it goes. And that's off as he tries to beat the buzzer. And the third quarter is over, and a good finish looks to be in store for all of us. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, not flashy numbers, but his presence has definitely been felt out there. It's the little things, Kevin. He's getting them done.
Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, we've seen the spark in this game come from Carmelo Anthony. He carried them into the locker room at halftime on the heels of his big first half. Will he be able to do it again in the fourth? We'll soon find out, guys.
Thank you, Doris. You know, Clark, give me your thoughts igniting his team much of the way.
Well, just a man on a mission, Kevin. His goal is not to let his team lose if he can help it.
Here's LeBron. So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Billups and Aflalo are the backcourt. Chris Anderson out there with Al Harrington and Martin.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Here's Billups. And here's Aflalo for three. Kept alive. Martin with the bucket.
Simply said, it's going to take a much better effort than that, son, on a shooter like him.
Now here's LeBron. Haslam. He's guarded by Harrington. Back to James. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here. They get Kenyon Martin.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 13 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Here is Billups. Now Aflalo. Covered by Miller. Here's Anderson. Covered by Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harrington. The shot is off, and Miami will go the other way with the ball. Here's LeBron. Takes it up. Great finish in traffic.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Billups with the ball. And here's Aflalo for three. LeBron grabs the miss. Just over 3 minutes left in the game. And Chalmers kicks to Miller. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's on Aaron Aflalo. And the first one at the line is good. Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for LeBron. Denver also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Anthony comes in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Lawson in for Chauncey Billups. And here's Lawson. Pass to Anthony. Anthony right side. And it's Miller picking him up. Let's go with a three. And again, Denver no good.
Well, it's clear they've got the advantage on the boards in this one, Kevin.
Now Chalmers. A slam dunk by Wade. Here is Lawson. 2:19 left in the fourth. Pass to Anthony. Covered by Miller. Miller against Anthony. Anthony right side. To stop the drought. Scooped up. Covered by Miller. And that one's good, Anthony.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He got right in the faces of his players and laid it out, saying, this game is going to come down to heart. It's simple. Show me how much heart you have. We'll see how his team responds to that test, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. LeBron, he's checked in for the Heat. And the Nuggets making a change here.
My goodness, Kevin, their offense has really caught fire. And if this keeps up, they won't be behind for long.
Anthony against LeBron, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And look at how he posed on the rim for a few seconds after that one. That's never going to endear you to your opponents. They don't like that kind of stuff.
No, he was enjoying that one so much he didn't want to let go.
Yeah, I think he was throwing salt in the wound, though.
Here's Chalmers. LeBron outside. Oh! And flushed through with two hands.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Denver in the lead. Now here's Billups. And Anthony gets double teamed. He's picked up by LeBron. Outside Anthony. Martin with a screen on LeBron. Shot clock at 3. And again, it's Carmelo Anthony.
He's done a really nice job of maintaining focus, staying sharp, and providing his team with offense.
And the Heat call time here. They're losing by 3. 52 seconds left in the game. Here's Wade. Here's Bosch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Bosch has got his third bucket of the night. Less than 1 minute left. Billups dishes to Anthony. Covered by LeBron. Shot clock at 5. 4 seconds left. And Denver again with the bucket.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Decisive possession. The crowd on the edge of their seats. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bosch kicks to Miller. Great D that time from Martin.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
And so they go with the intentional foul. They're not yet in the penalty, so they'll need to commit a second foul to send them to the line. Here's a follow. And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Sinks the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. From the line, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
And the Heat call time here. They're down by 5. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Here's LeBron. Back to Miller. From deep. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
You know, he can sink it from out there. It didn't happen that time, but at least it's in the back of the defense's mind that he will let it fly from there.
Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Gets them both. It's a 7-point ball game. Here comes Mario Chalmers. So the Nuggets win it. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just nice sharp. Very on top of their game.
Well said. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg endorsement, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Brand player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
Me never.